But what frustrates me, it's even in the commercials, even all the football commercials, you never see one Asian person, right? Like all these great beer commercials, you got everyone. You got like even like dumb commercials with like a white guy climbing a rocky mountain for Coors Light. It's not even a good commercial. They don't sell you how good the beer is. They sell you how cold it is. It's like brew cold, package cold, ship cold. I'm like, isn't it ultimately up to my own refrigeration, sir? Latinos got great representation. The Dos Equis most interesting man in the world. That lasted like 15 years, one of the greatest commercials of all time. So I wrote my own version of it. It's called The Most Asian Man in the World. You got an Asian actor on screen, and an announcer in the back, and the music starts playing. He graduated with a law degree, but now he's a neurosurgeon. He's 52 years old, but everyone still checks his ID. Whenever he takes a picture, he throws up the victory sign. You guys ever realize the closer the victory sign is to your face, the more Asian you look? Like, this is normal. This is some mainland China WeChat. You know what I mean? That is My mom, her catchphrase is guess how much? Guess how much? Yeah, that's our people. You guys ever play guess how much? My mom would come home with something new, like a watch. She'll be like, Jimmy, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. It's a very nice watch, like $5,000. And she was like, no. It's $200. Jimmy, my house. This house, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. You live in a very nice house, like $1 million? She was like, no. It's half off. Someone died in it. And if you know the rules of the game, you always guess high. So you make the other person feel good about their purchases. Never guess too low. If you ever guess too low, that's the ultimate insult to an Asian person, okay? One time my mom came home with some new shoes. I guessed too low. I've never seen her so disappointed in me. She was like, Jimmy, guess how much? Guess how much? I'm like, Mom, I don't know, very nice shoes, like $200. She was like, oh, yo. Do you even know about shoes? These are $500 Jimmy shoes, okay? Better Jimmy than you. That's how we brag, people. I'm very proud to represent the Asians, but at the same time, there's so much pressure. Like, nobody ever went up to Matt Damon and be like, hey, Matt, thanks for representing the whites. Sounds weird. That's like a different conversation for some reason, you know? If somebody came up to me and be like, hey, Jimmy, I'm representing for the whites, I would leave that town immediately and never come back. So much pressure to represent. I gotta be a good Asian everywhere now. I gotta tip everywhere I go. That was one of the major advantages of being Asian, is I can just pretend I don't know how to tip. Y'all know what a Chinese tip is? Chinese tip, it doesn't matter how big your bill is, you tip $2. That's a That's Chinese tip, man. Now I gotta tip 20% everywhere. I gotta give every Uber driver a 5-star rating just so I can be a good representative. Everywhere I go, I gotta represent. Even day-to-day, even the bedroom, I gotta represent. After I hooked up with this one girl, this is what she said to me. She was like, Jimmy, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're the first Asian guy I've ever been with. I'm like, okay. What do you want, a fortune cookie? Like, what? Like, what do you want? She acted like she just unlocked a new character on Street Fighter or some shit. Why do you feel the need to say that? This one girl said this shit, I was so disrespectful. This is what she said to me after we hooked up. She was like, Jimmy,
I'm just glad the stereotype's not true. You don't have a small penis. And I'm like, bitch, you understand? You just insulted my entire race of people. But thank you. First of all, thank you for thinking that I did have a small penis and we still had sex. You're the real MVP. You get 2 fortune cookies tonight, miss. Thank you. But that's a f***ed up stereotype, right? That's not even true. That's a f***ed up stereotype. Everybody should have average dick until proven guilty. I don't care how tall you are, what ethnicity you are, how big your hands are. Everybody should start at average 8 inches. And we go from there. There's so much pressure, man. Now I feel like every time I have sex, there's a billion Chinese people on my back just judging me. I gotta make sure I perform and represent, you know? I gotta give an extra pump for my uncle in Shanghai, an extra pump for my nephew in Hong Kong, and it's like, oh my God. That's why you see old Asian people, they be walking like this, just like. It's so much pressure.
I love my BTS, man. Even white people know BTS now. That's progress. That's progress. I had a 15-year-old white kid come up to me trying to explain to me the different members of BTS. He was like, oh, this is Jungkook. He's kind of like the lead singer. And that's Jimin. He's really cool, and he also raps. I'm like, dude, they look the same to me. I didn't want to say it. I couldn't say it as an Asian person. But they all just look like me with pink hair. I can turn the whole show to a BTS concert right now. All right? Yeah, this is Jimmy. This is Jimin right here. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Smooth like butter. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I love my people, man. I love BTS. You guys probably heard in the news, they gotta go to mandatory Korean army. Right? The most popular people in the world. They gotta go sign up for Korean military. That's some gangster shit. Imagine how scared you'll be when you encounter BTS on the battlefield. You're in battle, you're already kind of shook. You're in a field of grass, and a little puff of pink hair just pops up. You're like, yo, what the f was that? Is that a unicorn? And then 6 more pink hair pop up. You're like, we're surrounded. And the last thing you see is just this. That's some gangster shit.
You can't call people anymore, man. You gotta text them cute little emojis, you know? Because it's low stakes. Look, I'm cool with emojis, especially when it first came out, because it was just a bunch of cute yellow faces, okay? I like that. I felt represented. You know what I mean? That's how I like to see the world. But then Apple or some company decided to get all woke and shit, and they updated the emoji ecosystem, and now it's just like 5 shades of beige. It's just a cultural landmine. I don't know what to do with that. Like I was trying to text my black friend a thumbs up. Was I supposed to text him my thumbs up or his thumbs up? I never texted him back. I just lost a black friend.
I'm so good at telling Asian people apart, I don't even need to look at you. I can tell you what kind of Asian somebody is by the sound they make when they're disappointed. Because disappointment is our strongest emotion. Whenever we get disappointed, our ancestor just comes out, and you can't hide that, you know? Like, for example, I'm Chinese. I know Chinese people very well, okay? When Chinese people get disappointed, we're just disgusted. We don't even want to look at you. When you disappoint a Chinese person, they're just like, oh, you, shh. Like they just walked into a smoky room and they gotta clear it, just like, shh. See, that's Chinese people. Japanese people, when Japanese people get disappointed, they just wanna know why. They ask you a question. When a Japanese person gets disappointed, they're just like, eh? And that's it. You didn't go disappoint a Korean person. I wouldn't recommend that. This Korean brother might f you up, okay? Korean people are intense, they're ready to fight. But they're my favorite type of people because they're very emotionally honest. A Korean person will let you know when they're disappointed. They're real guttural with it, you know what I mean? When you disappoint a Korean person, they're like, ooh! Shiba! But they're still very Asian, so they're still real polite. They'll thank you with that. And they're like, oi! Shiba입니다.